There are people who question me why I am pro-American when I am a deep believer in God and that God's laws should hold sway over the earth. So my answer to you is as follows. I believe that I know the truth. There are other people out there who believe that they know the truth. Many different people think that they have the truth. When you have a society that's trying to work together to create a harmonious entity, even while people believe differently, you have to have tolerances that cannot exist in a single monogamous society, but a single-minded society where there's only one type of people. That's number one. Number two, the Sanhedrin, the Jewish High Court, were much more tolerant than the Taliban or any of the Al-Qaeda or any of the extremist Muslims. The Jewish High Court, if they killed someone, executed someone once in 70 years, they were considered a hanging court. So, even though I believe in the laws of the Torah that these should be paramount, these should be the laws of the world, ultimately, while Messiah is not here, and we all have to get along, the best way of handling that is by respecting the other person's right to their beliefs. Now, that doesn't mean that I accept the other person's opinion. It means that I am mindful that the other person has a right to their opinion. And in such a society where people have the rights to their opinion, we can ask questions of each other. You can ask me questions about the basis of my belief, and I can ask you the questions on the basis of your beliefs, without feeling intimidated, without feeling that someone is going to slap me or, God forbid, do something worse to me because I had the audacity to ask a question on their sacred belief. Your sacred belief is not my sacred belief, and vice versa. And we are entitled to question each other in the pursuit of a universal truth. Does that mean a universal truth has to be different from my belief or your beliefs or someone else's beliefs? I don't know the answer to that. I have my beliefs, but ultimate knowledge of the truth comes from God, when God is manifest. And until God is manifest, none of us have the ultimate truth. What we have is our own faith and our own tradition, and the depth of the faith and the depth of that tradition. My tradition goes back 3,800 years to Abraham, and 3,324 years from the time of Sinai, which an entire nation saw God come down on the mountain to give them the Torah through the offices of Moses. And this is something that was seen, testified by generation after generation of Jewish people, a people of Israel. The basis of our beliefs are different, and we can question each other and issue questions to the media and sometimes say things that you don't like. That's part of living in a society where people tolerate each other's beliefs or tolerate differences of opinion and tolerate the rights of people to their own conscience, the right of their expression. No, we should not try to hurt other people's feelings deliberately. However, people can express themselves and have a right in this country to express themselves, and I may say it's distasteful, but they do have a right to that, because if they would not have those rights, then none of us would have rights. Then there would only be a monolithic Christian culture in this country that would stamp out Jews and Muslims and Buddhists and Sikhs and atheists and anyone else who disagreed with them. Thankfully, the fathers of this country were understanding enough that in order to build a great society where people cooperated with each other despite their differences, you had to have freedom of religion, freedom of conscience, freedom of speech, and all the freedoms that are guaranteed by the Bill of Rights. Until the Messiah comes, and until God is manifest, and God is the ultimate arbiter, the ultimate truth giver, and the ultimate fair-minded judge, until God appears through the Messiah, we will not be able to agree as to what is truth, what is right, what is wrong. In particular, we can agree in general terms. That's why we have laws, that's why we elect representatives, that's why we have the most wonderful country in the world. It's called the United States of America. And I wish Israel was as democratic as the United States of America. Israel's a different country with different issues. I'm not going to deal with those right now. But a religious person can appreciate the religious tolerances of the country and promote them and say to others who are religious, respect these principles because they allow you to worship as you please in your conscience, to promote your ideas so that others who like them can also accept them. We live in a wonderful country where ideas can be transmitted and people can accept or reject whatever you believe in, if it makes sense or not. And with that I say, God bless America. And the concept of e pluribus unum means that despite our differences, we can be a single nation, respecting each other and working together to make a better society.